Hello, this is Kev. This is Black Man Being Brutally Honest. And what I'd like for you to do, if you haven't, is to go to below the screen, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, or thumbs down it. Because I don't put everything on this platform for everyone to agree with. Just like when I'm on other platforms that require you to type in words and actually spell and use proper diction. I don't expect everyone to agree with me there either. Seriously. And I'm dedicating this video to an anonymous YouTuber that blocked me on Facebook because she's one of those types that pushes this narrative that the father is leaving the home. Now, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with the father not in the home narrative. I do, however, have a problem with how you're trying to establish that the father's not there. A lot of y'all and a lot of women and a lot of single mothers imply that the father left the home, left the woman, left the child, left everything, just left his responsibilities, which in a few cases it's like that. But really, for all the other cases, really, in 2020, you cannot say that. In 2010, you couldn't say it. Really, in 2000, you couldn't say it. Because we're not going to factor in all these little spontaneous events and these little freaked out moments that you get pregnant on. And say that the father left the home in those situations. You don't get to say the father left the home if you procreated outside of a relationship agreement with a living arrangement. And I would even go as far as to say you need to throw marriage in there as well. A lot of y'all don't want to get married, but you want kids. Like that is like T.I.'s daughter or stepdaughter or whatever daughter she is. Like she wants a child, but she doesn't want a husband. Rihanna said that, even though Rihanna's a special case because she's mega rich and she has enough money to be able to do what she wants. But the upcoming trend is that women don't want a husband. You know, you're not factoring that in. And it's not even really a recent trend. It's like most of women who are single mothers are like that. They want a child, but they don't want a husband. But then turn around and they want child support. They want all the perks that come with being a single mother. And including the perk that they get to say, well, the father isn't there. The father left the home. All this other stuff. It's not a home in most of these cases these days. Let's just face it. A lot of these okay. Why do everyone keep leaving out the fact that a lot of these girls got pregnant in high school by other high school teenagers? Neither one of those kids are ready to be parents at that time. Yet and still, she can put him and his family on child support, depending on the laws of each state. But I do think it swings that way. When they're minors, the parents are held accountable. But still, men have no reproductive rights, and that's another thing. Men have no reproductive rights, period. We can't tell you to go get an abortion. We can't tell you not to go get an abortion. We can't choose not to be fathers. You can choose not to be a mother. You can give him or her up for adoption. We don't have those choices. Seriously. But, like I said, that depends on the laws from state to state. Some laws may be different, some laws aren't. But the narrative that keeps getting pushed is that the father's leaving the home. You can't leave the home if you got pregnant because of some spontaneous sexual moment. like under the bleachers of a sports game contest or a stadium or in a hotel room or in the backseat of a car. Like I say, or inside of a park or in a hotel bathroom or wherever you decide that you want to have sex at because you just need it. You know, I mean, stuff like, oh, he should have wore a condom. I mean, shit, you're not checking dicks for condoms? I try to give the credit of intelligence for people who decide to make big decisions like having unprotected sex. But it's pretty obvious you're going to have to stop doing that and assume that people are stupid. You guys aren't stupid. You know what you're doing. If there's not any kind of forced confrontation, which is unlawful, if he's not forcing himself on you and getting you pregnant, which is unlawful, and my suggestion is that you press charges or have some kind of protection so you can neutralize his ass. Seriously, if it's not that situation, if it's not the situation, if it's not the situation where you actually were in a relationship, you had plans to move forward with marriage, you sign a lease agreement together, go inside a home together, you're gonna get married or you're already married, and then one day the woman comes to the guy and says, hey, I'm pregnant. The guy says, I'm going for cigarettes. Boom. He's never seen again. Or after you have the child and then he says he's good. Because see, that's the story that you keep giving everyone. I'm going for cigarettes. Boom. This black man ain't there for their kids. Most black men are there for their children. Most black men who are fathers are there for their children. Now, if you want to get into the other conversation, like, you know, maybe he's not in the home because he has other baby mamas. 9 times out of 10 that you knew about before you got pregnant. Nobody ever wants to talk about that situation. Like, you know, he can't be there because he got 3 or 4 other baby mamas. Because what is it? Like, if you want to really start talking percentages, a high percentage of baby mamas got multiple kids by multiple fathers, and they keep getting pregnant by the same guys. It's crazy. It's crazy, but we don't want to examine those situations. We want to keep pushing this narrative that this guy was all about it until she got pregnant. Then he wanted to leave his responsibilities. He didn't want to be accountable for what he did. It takes 2 to tango. Do you realize that you, like a lot of you, and especially a lot of you single mothers and black women, say that all in the same breath? He need to take responsibility for what he did. And then turn around and say, it takes 2 to tango. Do you know you know what a contradiction that is? But anyway, what I'm saying is that you really have to start thinking about this. Thinking about what you say before you say it, because the situations are so dynamic these days, you can't just narrow it down to one. Just like I can't say all black women are bad or all black women are just bad people. There's enough to say maybe you aren't so great, especially in your thought processes, because black people default reasoning. The father's leaving the home. That's why these kids are going. They're just terrible. They're terrible children because the father isn't there. Maybe it's the toxic environments that these kids are exposed to that are already being established. How far can a non-influence go in a child's life? I mean, there's this argument: the child doesn't feel valued because the child see all these fathers with these kids with their fathers, and his father ain't around. But y'all keep saying, okay, are you taking them around other black people? Are you taking them around white people? What are you doing? It's like, so what you're saying in that argument is, okay, kids actually see kids with their dads. So what about me? What happened, Mom? Well, he didn't want to be here. I mean, you tell the kid repeatedly, a man that looks like him is that the dad ain't shit. Dad ain't shit. Daddy didn't want to be there. Blah, blah, blah. That's how the kid gets devalued. He doesn't get devalued because the dude ain't there. He gets devalued off your rhetoric or whatever you're telling him. Shoot, if he don't want to be there for me, then, you know, I ain't shit, and fuck this and all this other stuff. Kid don't have no respect for human life. Period. You know, I remember a time where, you know, mothers without the fathers, because of certain situations, they still instilled a strong spirit within their child. You ladies aren't doing that these days. You want handouts because you got pregnant. And believe me, no one rewards women, especially black women, for reckless thought behavior than Western culture. Now, to the guys, you need to watch who you shoot the club up in. Like, period. Like, you need to watch who you nut up in, who you have unprotected sex with. There's always that option of a condom and a spermicidal lubricant. Who carries two of those things at the same time? So get a condom with spermicide included, so you won't be getting someone pregnant, or just get a condom. It's like, because like, it's pretty obvious that a lot of women think so much of their vaginas that they actually are calling their vaginas homes. Once you leave that home, fellas, you are accountable for it. But all I'm saying is this. Y'all need to stop. You need to, like, there's so much to this situation. This would be a 2-hour video. But I am not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open it in the comment section. How do y'all feel about this? Do you really think that you can still say this, especially in 2020, with all of these dynamic situations, that the father's just leaving the home, the father's leaving the home? And I tried to give you a tip of the iceberg in this video, but hey, you know, it's up to you to how you want to process the information, because one thing that I've discovered about my people, if we don't like something, we won't accept it no matter how true it is. And that is so sad. That's so sad. Most of us aren't critical thinkers. And you know what? I've done, you know, and I've said some questionable things too, but at least I can own it. And I mean, shoot, I try to sound like I make sense most of the time. And this makes sense because, see, I'm a father. I'm in the home right now. You know? So, I mean, shit. We black fathers who are in our homes, we are a party to this conversation. Because I see a lot of negative BS narratives. I mean, I'm looking to the left of me and I'm looking to the right of me, to all these houses with all these fathers in these homes. You know, damn, a lot of them have older children. Children going off to college. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that every home on this street is like that. I'm just saying there's enough evidence to shift the narrative. Like I said, people, just think a bit more critically and try to take everything more case by case. Because honestly, let's keep it real. If you want to start looking at percentages, over 90% of your prison population here in the United States of America are from single mom homes. Period. So, hey, you know what? You can get mad all you want, but, you know, get mad at them numbers. But anyway, that's it. That's it. Like I said, I'm opening it up in the comments. You know, just let me know what you think. And that's it for now. Like, share, subscribe, and Kev We Trust. Goodbye.